Hey guys, my name's Schaefer. Welcome to another video, and today we are reacting to Cringy Stories I wrote as a kid author from Wolfychu. I know this came out like, when did this come out actually? I know this came out like March 23rd, and it's like April 7th, but sadly, I wasn't able to get to it because I was doing stuff and I was working and school and all that. But you know, now I'm here, so I hope you guys enjoy this Wolfychu video. Now, I wrote Cringy Stories as an author. Well, I wrote as a kid author, I mean. It was like about Skylanders, but like the Skylanders were humans and they had like cores, like cores in their heart that had their powers, and they could like switch them out. This is probably when Swap Force was a thing, or maybe a little past that. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, and comment to Wolfychu and myself. And yeah, let's get right into the video.
When I was young, I had a lot of different things I wanted to do when I grew up, so it was a bit of a struggle for me to decide on just one dream to have. I went through phases of wanting to be different things. Like, there was one phase where I watched shows like Zoe 101, Lizzie McGuire, and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and these shows made me think, what if I was on shows like those too? So I kind of wanted to be an actress for a bit, but that didn't really pan out. I'm not much of a performer, as I'm sure a lot of you guys can tell.
So you can't trust
I also remember thinking it would be really great to be a vet and work with animals. Imagine being surrounded by puppies and kittens all day. Sounds like a dream to me. Then I even thought about how great it would be to get into voice acting, especially if it meant that I could have parts in shows and movies that I love.
Yeah, you can do like anime voices. But the only thing
is that I don't feel like I can do many voices, so that would probably be a problem.
Pikachu voice instead?
I kept thinking about so many different things I could do, until one day when I was just reading through the Harry Potter books again, I had the brilliant idea that, hey, maybe I could write books like Harry Potter too. I don't really know what else made me think that I could be good at writing books when the only creative writing that I'd ever done up till then was for school projects. Although there was one time in primary school where I won a competition with a short story I wrote, and it got published in a book along with a bunch of other stories written by other kids across the country. The story I wrote was about a cat that found a family of mice living in her house and they became friends. I daydreamed so much about becoming an author.
So great, bro.
I imagined my stories being published and people might end up loving them just as much as I love my favorite books. I was so excited about it. When I was in school, I'd scribble down my ideas for stories and then start writing as soon as I got home. I ended up writing 5 pretty long stories. The first story I wrote was about a group of mermaids who are all princesses and they all fall in love with humans, and then the main character gets kidnapped. Mermaid-napped? She gets taken away by evil sea witches. And looking back, this story was actually a really bad copy of an anime called Mermaid Melody. At least I had fun writing it. The second story I wrote was more original though. It was a romance story about a girl that moves to a new town and she meets this boy, and it was actually going to be a really sad story. This is actually really embarrassing for me, but I found some of the chapters I wrote for this story and I thought, why not share them with the internet?
Yeah, do
Standing on the balcony, Shikari. Yeah, I called her Shikari, as in like Hikari, the Japanese for light. I've always been such a weeb. Shikari stood still and let the heavy breeze of the ocean blow through her hair. What she hadn't realized was that she wasn't the only one out there. Down on the beach, there was someone walking along the water. It was a boy with golden brown hair and deep blue eyes. He seemed to be in deep thought as he walked over the golden sand. But as he headed across the beach back to the town, he noticed something. A girl on the balcony above with very pale skin and long blonde hair, gazing up at the sky. He froze, thinking that maybe it was a ghost. Suddenly, the girl noticed him and she looked down.
Okay.
Oh, hello, she smiled. Hi there. What's your name? Liam. Nice to meet you. I'm Shikari. It's a strange name, isn't it? No, not at all.
Well,
I'm pretty sure I've heard it before.
I've never heard of a Liam.
Really? I've never heard of any other Shikaris before. There was a long pause of silence, which Liam eventually broke by saying, I've gotta go now. Oh, okay.
I gotta go now.
Maybe we'll meet again soon.
Okay.
Who knows? He walked off quickly. That was such an awkward conversation.
Yeah, that's an
Why
awkward
did I write it
conversation,
like
my
that? The next day, in the classroom, Liam sat alone staring out the window, thinking about what he had seen the previous night.
You saw a girl?
He was thinking that maybe he was just being stupid by thinking that he'd seen a ghost. Because, although she really looked like one, ghosts aren't real.
Were you drinking
Oi,
grape
Liam!
juice or something?
One of the boys in the class stood next to his desk and patted him hard on his shoulder. What are you daydreaming about now? I swear, someone could actually throw you out the window and you wouldn't even notice. That's a bit exaggerated, don't you think? He replied without taking his eyes off the blue sky. Maybe. I don't know, actually. It'd be so good, though. Like, maybe if you didn't know you were falling, you'd be able to fly. You know,
Wait,
like an airplane or a leprechaun or something. But of course. But you'd have to get a wish from the magic polar bear first. Really? Well, where is he? His face lit up. You do realize that was a joke, don't you? What was a joke? Never mind.
Oh, this dumb
I don't
boy.
even know what that was supposed to be. This is actually so hard for me to read, you guys have no idea. But it gets worse. Of course, I had to create concept art for my stories back then, so here's a drawing I made of the main character, Shikari. To be fair, I was drawing using a mouse, and I was pretty young, but still, this is just terrible. So what did you think of
At
the
least
story?
you tried.
Even though back then I was really proud of it at the start, later on I realized that none of the stories I'd written were really that good.
I mean, they
Whether
were
it's
fine.
books, video games, or movies, I think being able to create your own stories and your own worlds is an amazing talent, and I would love to be able to do things like that too. Back then I just decided that maybe I shouldn't make writing my focus, and maybe if I wanted to, I could try it again one day when I'm older and wiser. But after that, I went back to searching again for a long time until I finally came to the conclusion that art really is the only thing I
And
want to
look
do
where
after
you are
all.
now, my
And I'm
dude.
really glad that I did stick with art, because doing this is what makes me happiest. This actually just reminded me of another thing, though. It wasn't just stories I used to write. I used to write songs, too. I didn't play any instruments, so it was all just the lyrics, but I wrote over 100 of them, and they were just all so unbelievably bad. I would write songs about
Oh,
everything.
God.
I even wrote one about recycling. It's the best you can do to help save the world.
Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, and comment to Wolfychu and myself. These two are like over here, and I have to like do stuff with them. So have a great day, and yeah, goodbye, my photo reactors.
Yeah.